All right. It looks like we're live. Hold on just a few minutes while folks get going. I'm going to go start a cup of coffee. So, yeah. Anyway, be right back. Okay. Welcome. It is another day. It's been fun. Cup of hot cocoa because I would like to sleep tonight. Coffee would not allow that. I'm not one of those people. Not one of those mad people. I'm happy. I'm a happy people. All right. So what have I been up to? What crazy nonsense have I done? Well, before my daughter decided to wake up and interrupt the stream last night, we were just starting on. Did I go ahead and show you? No, let's talk about it. Can't ruin all the surprise up front. We were just starting on a system to visualize these polygons. If you weren't here or you don't remember, the general idea is when you have an object and it moves, there it's at position 1, and then it moves to position 2, you're moving faster than the size of the object, of the collision box, things get missed. So what we've done is we have basically we translate the object. We connect point 1 to point 1, point 2 to point 2, 3 to point 2, point 3 to point 3, point 4 to point 4, right? And I made this cool graphic that you've seen on the thumbnail before you clicked on the video. You're like, whoa, what's that? This is what that is. So that button, no, that's a function key. That button, nope, that's the other monitor. Nope, 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 nope. Well, give me a minute and I'll actually figure out how to make it so you can see this. This scene, we want this on. It's on. All right, we just gotta edit. There we go. It was set up to only show you Slim Reaper and not any other pages. There we go. So here we have the bit of work that I did. So here, generate a polygon. Generate another polygon. It can be scaled, it can be rotated, it can be moved. You connect each point to the corresponding point, and then you want to detect the outline. So up here we have our original with the final outline drawn over it. Here we have the various chains that were created at the, so this is the chains that existed at the end of the generating process. And then as we go this way, and there's not actually enough room on the canvas to show them all because I didn't make the canvas dynamically sized, so it ran out of room. I made it really big, but not enough for this. So we start at the top point, and we add it to a chain, and then we check the next lowest point, or we start at the top left. We work our way diagonally across, right? So we start at the next point. If it connects, we add it to that chain. Eventually, add points around until we get to a point that does not connect directly to that chain. So this point is not on this chain, or it might connect to the chain, but it's not an exterior point on that chain. And the reason you have to save those is if you have an upside down V in the bottom, that'll get lost. So you have to start a new chain at every time you have a split like that going down, if it's not parented already by another chain. Okay, so if it gets orphaned, then it has to be a new chain. Figures mud. We work our way down, adding one point at a time. So here we're gonna have a, now we add this to this chain, then we add some points over here. Eventually you start adding more chains. So this one was an interior point, so it started a new chain. There's an interior point off of one of these other ones, and we just keep building, working our way down. Some things add on up here. See, we're working down the outside here, working around the outside here, and eventually you get this. So here's your main chain, and when you get to the end, you look for whichever chain has the starting point on it, because you know that's on the outside because it's at the very first point. It's the highest point in the object, and this is going to be bounding polygon. Yeah, and then here's all your other chains. So that's the gist of it. Now I've gone ahead and prepared a simpler one so we can actually walk through the whole thing. So here we have a square. It was here, it rotated, it actually scaled a little bit, and you'll notice this isn't perfect. This actually if you have a lot of rotation, you end up with these like actual narrower spots than you would be possible. That's okay. We're not worried too much. We're mostly just trying to make it so that when something sweeps, you don't lose gaps. And if you have that much rotation in real life in the game, you got something crazy going on. But it looks cool, and it kind of helps demonstrate some of the issues that you could run into. Although, if I really want to demonstrate them, hold on just 1 second. Let me bring this up to like 70. That should do it. So we'll regenerate this a little bit closer here. So this will be tighter. Come on, reload. There we go. All right, here's where you see, and there's actually is a bug here that I worked on this for days, and I know what the problem is. I know how to fix it. I just don't care to fix it because it's so minor. Sometimes when you have a situation like this, it'll pick the wrong point. the gist of it is it needs to backtrack a little bit and then check before merging here if there's any other lines that connect to that point. So this, for instance, connects to that point. Should have checked all three of those, and it should have gotten the should have picked that one. The issue is it actually did it from this side. This one's generated first, then it gets to this one, comes down here, and that breaks. So I need to figure out a little bit better how to make this situation right here not happen, because it comes down, it generates this, and you'll see when we scroll over that it just doesn't have a reason to connect the other way. So add the first point. The second point is higher, so this is a new node or new chain gets started. We merge the two chains here, and sorry, but I'm lazy. It doesn't copy over all the node data for the things in between, so you end up with some weird white missing bits. The line is supposed to be gray, but I apparently changed it to white at some point, so you can't see it over the white background. Anyhow, as we were going, we got to this interior point. So this is, well, this is the merge point. When you merge like that, you don't know that this doesn't come down and come back up like this to this point. I mean, in our case, we kind of do, although there's situations, if you rotate things just right, you can get a full cross. And so you actually do want to do this. So you generate a new chain when you merge, if that node has two or more children. So then we add to that node this internal stuff. This doesn't add because this is not an external node. It's not outside of this line or outside of that line. That's what I mean when I say external or internal. External would be anything the most left or most right child of one of the two end nodes on a chain. So this adds over here. Keep going. Oh, somewhere back here we added. This one did not add because not sure why that one didn't add. They should have added as a turn on the left. Maybe I'm missing something. There might be the big cluster of nodes in there. I think there's a second node right here beside it. No, because it would have numbers, and we would have already detected it. Well, that's the other thing. We can actually hit F12. We can go console. I just want to see the console. And this was 5. So I can scroll up here to find 5. Yeah, all it says is it has no parent or is an interior point, so it's creating a new chain. So I'm not quite sure. Oh, it created a new chain because it came off of this one. I feel like it should have come off of here. Should have added here, but I don't know. Might have to look into that further. It did add 6. Okay, we got 2 points there. We got this 48 here. And we have a... No, I don't know. It added 2 new... Yeah. New node, or a new chain for whatever reason. Okay, we continue to work our way around. This one extends here. Then this one doesn't do anything there. That's internal node. That's not on that chain, so we add down a new chain. And so on and so forth. Down all these interior points, we make these little chains inside. That one added to here, so this added this point down, and we add point across to decide whether we want to merge these two or not. Well, not yet. We're down here, and we had. This is where it messed up, I think. Yeah, this is where it messed up. It merged this chain here, leaving this as an endpoint, but this goes on up and then down. So anyway, then you just run out the last node. It's like, oh, we're already connected. Cool. And that's it. Okay. Everybody bored? Did I chase everybody away? So that's the tool I made to help me get through. They were basically they were merge issues is what was causing my problems. So I had to rethink how things were merged, or how the decisions were made of whether to merge or not. It's all good now. I mean, good enough. You can see right here that there's a bug, but it is good enough for what I need. I did have a weird issue where it was like getting in an infinite loop because of rounding errors, or not rounding errors, floating point errors. Would cause it to add one line, remove another, and then it would just basically switch back and forth between 2 lines. So I just rounded everything to the nearest integer. Good enough. So yeah, now that that's solved, let's play our game. See if this works. Oh, I said go here. Oh, that's on edge. There we go. There we go. Let's play the game. Just a quick little demo to show where we've gotten to. And we can see some other cool things that we made in the process. So now we can harvest corn without missing anything. I did have some things turned way up. I've added a new feature in the debug menu. It's these collision trails. It's like the last 120 collisions. Why 120? That's just the number I picked. Why do they fade out with alpha? It looks cool. You can see in these collision trails, oh, there it's fading away. But you can see it. It fills in these little gaps around the ends. It makes everything look really cool, generally speaking. must have blown up because I'm not getting much for this corn here. And you see now I don't miss anything in these turns. Now, granted, with this size of harvester, you don't really miss anything anyway. Alright, we have a little more money, so let's go ahead and fix here. I'm gonna buy more gas. I'm gonna buy anything yet. Hoping I can get that $19 efficiency upgrade and still have money left for gas before I run out of gas. And such poor harvesting efficiency. No way to fix or turn that up anymore. Your harvest gets damaged, your harvest is damaged. That's it, bro. You're done for. I think it's more balanced though, honestly. It had some serious balance issues the way it used to be. And there's some I'll have to deal with before the game is released in full, but in its current state, we're doing all right. We're doing okay. Right, so what's the next steps now that we have resolved some of our key goals? These were our key goals, kind of were to get, where like, that was my big thing I had to deal with, was getting collisions resolved. Let's hop over here. Not that keyboard. There we go. Can you guys see this? No, you can't see this. Now you can see it. All right, a music app. I want to make an app that lets you pick which songs are going to be on the playlist. That seems like a bit of coolness to me. I was hoping to get a cow before I had to. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing over there. I've actually got quite a bit of music. A few different themes, styles. So I want to make an app that on the little phone thing over here that lets you pick what kind of music you want played. I need to make it so messages, unread messages scroll to the first unread messages at the top of the screen. If there's more than fit, otherwise the unread message goes to the fully visible on the screen. And yeah, you get the idea. I need to add scroll functionality. I think that's in there, but not in a good spot. Cows currently can spawn on top of your equipment, so you can be having a decent start, and you're like, all right, I can buy some cows. Buy a couple cows. One spawns on top of your tractor, destroys your tractor, kills the cow, wipes out your bank account when you repair your tractor, and you lose. And that sucks because there's nothing you as a player could do to prevent that other than just not buying a cow. I guess you could drive outside the field before you bought the cow, but that's kind of not in the spirit of how I want the game to work. So we are going to be resolving that situation here directly. Adding scroll support on the phone. I just said that already. I need to convert the audio to use audio context instead of audio elements. Did a little bit of experimenting. I can play a sound multiple times with an audio context if it was working the way it seemed to be working in my experimentation. So I can just keep triggering the sound and have it play even if it's already playing. Or with a audio element, if I want to play it 3 times at the same time, like start it 2 times before the first one's finished, I have to have 2 extra audio elements. So right now I got this whole complex system where we've got arrays of audio elements, and you trigger it on the right one, and it's just a mess. I took some damage. We're not gonna make it. That's okay. I should put this up on. Yeah, because you don't really care to see all my other stuff. Oh, we can turn off the tails. That doesn't actually do any good. You can still miss if you just don't know how to drive. I need to move particles and AOE processing to a worker thread, so it doesn't cause lag in the main thread, the render thread, render and input thread. Basically, I need to move all my worky things to render threads, or say worker threads. Hey cat, don't tear up my house, please. All right, that's done. That's done. We got an issue with the efficiency gauge. We need to save properties. Save the user preferences. There we go. Lost track halfway through typing the word of where I was in the word. Save user preferences so that when you reload the game, you don't have to go through like, oh, I want there we go. I want to mute the alert. The alert's annoying, and I want to turn the horn down. It's too quiet, and the cow pooping is too loud, and the music is too loud. Right now, everything starts at max volume. I probably will bring them back to like 75%, and you can turn them up. Anyway, those sorts of things. Also, if you prefer as a user to have like absolute steering instead of relative steering, or if you want different apps down here, you don't want the restart button. You want to have music down there. Music doesn't do anything yet, but say you wanted to have music down there, you can do that now. That's the thing there that we need to do. I need to make a lot of art assets, write a lot of dialogue, just so the game is a little bit more interesting, or so you get some story, and so the kind of tutorial bits are a little better. I need to put some triggers in. Add. Well, that's. Yeah. So like he gets messages on the phone here. Most of them are random people. You free Saturday, just wondering because I was thinking of having a picnic and wanted to know if you're available. A lot of nonsense, but I got this salesman here who keeps pestering you like, hey, you should buy some upgrades, man, or buy harvester extensions. They let you harvest more crops faster. I need to work a little more of that in and work it into some trigger events so that he doesn't just send them at certain intervals, but when you get to a certain state, he'll be like, hey, by the way, it's salesman again. That name cracks me up. I gotta make avatars for everybody because I've got these little sketches, default sketch I made, which was gonna be just a janky smiley face, and then it turned into this weird guy. We got Mechanic Mike. He's like, hey, you can get efficiency upgrades. I don't think he actually talks about repairing your tractor, but that's a thing he does too, I guess, or somebody does. Anyway, anywho. New game. And now we're in relative mode. We push up, we go up. I actually haven't played in relative mode in a really long time. So, let's leave that on. I don't know how to play in this mode. I had to reverse to this mode. But I haven't played with it in so long, I've kind of forgotten how to drive this way. This is absolute mode. I think the normal mode is relative mode. I'm just enjoying playing my game right now. I've been fighting bugs for weeks, and now I am taking a break from that. Just relaxing. Trying to look at it with fresh eyes. Probably should just step away from the game completely for a day or two and actually be able to see with fresh eyes. I'm not going to count on that. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Whoops. Wrong kind of steering. No way we're going to get this. I do like this mode, this steering mode. Once you get used to it, it's just different. Different isn't always better, but I'll be the first to say that. That's not what I'm doing. Get out of here. Bring that back. I need that, please. So yeah, we're just giving her a shakedown. I guess. Looking for weaknesses, looking for weird bugs that I haven't previously known. One thing I have to fix is this gauge. When you restart the game, if you've bought too many efficiency upgrades, it messes up the dial, and you buy the next efficiency upgrade. Basically, it adds a. I have to look at it actually. Exactly to figure out exactly what's happening. It adds another little bit of green bar, but it goes the wrong way around. That's what it does. There are some little weird glitches where sometimes it does something funny like what you just saw. You're doing really well, I think, this time. Fight some cows. Alright, well, it's been fun. I think I've gone over everything I wanted to say, so I'll catch y'all next time. Bye for now.